Pietro here, and today we are doing a follow-up video on the LG phone, which is in the hands of my camera girl. Say hello, camera girl.
Hello.
Hello. So a lot of people have been asking about the dual screen case, and I've had a few questions. I'm going to answer them, and I'm going to give you my top 10 pros and cons that I've learned after having this gadget for over a week. I think we're on day 9. Yeah. And here it is, the LG dual screen. Oh wait, it's not in here. Yeah, that's because I like the dual screen, but it's not for everything. And I wrote down a list of pros and cons. My pros and cons have actually been changing over the week. I got this on Friday, week before last. And I'm going to go off my most recent ones. So the top con is wireless charging is disabled when you use the USB port. So here's the LG, and I kept the stickers on because it's going back to T-Mobile anyway. The device itself, it's kind of funny they call it the ThinQ. It's not as thin as you would think. This is definitely bigger than a couple of the last phones that I've had. But with that 5,000 milliamp battery, it's been worth it. And I'll show you a battery example right here. So if we go to settings, and hopefully we can crank up the, come on, turn up. Is it not? Oh, there we go. So the battery is really low. Okay, here we go, settings, battery. And I had a lot of questions on standby. Well, here you go, it's discharging. I have 17 minutes left. Don't believe that. There's a lot less than 17 minutes. Battery usage, 1 day, 9 hours ago. Total usage, 30 hours and change. And screen usage, 7.5 hours. So pretty good. And I did find a bug in the hardware. Like I said, I haven't been using the dual screen. It wasn't attached. But yet, 20% of my battery went to that. So what's up with that? Out of total app usage, 1600 milliamps. I put on background restrictions and it used up another 2%. I'll have to look into that. I imagine pretty soon LG will release a fix for that. That's my hope. And you can see camera 15%, voice calls today alone, 2.5 hours almost, and Chrome 30 minutes, Samsung Health, and the list goes on. YouTube, wow, 2 hours. Oh, I let my kids use my phone. Anyway, so there you go. Pretty good battery usage. I was expecting a little more, but I found out I made a mistake on this battery cycle. Usually I get over 8 hours. Right here on display, I left the screen timeout at 2 minutes. Rookie mistake, right? I'm so sorry. So there you go. Battery life is good. Standby time is still pretty good. So I mean, the phone lasted for a day and a half. And that was heavy use. I was on the phone pretty much all day today, and now we're down to 2%. I only charged it for I charged it for about 5 minutes. Oh, and battery empty. So there you go. So we had a question from one of the viewers, and he wanted to know, what if you use a screen protector? So right here, we'll slide this in the dual case. And if you close the case, you can see there is a little bit of a gap. Here, I'll zoom in here on the camera. So if your screen protector is pretty flat, and there's a small lip right here on the dual screen, you should be okay with the lip here. If it's a really thin screen protector, I think you're going to be okay. Now granted, LG does not include a screen protector because both these have Gorilla Glass, and I haven't had a scratch on it in the last 8 days. Hopefully that answers your question on screen protectors. So we're going to have to charge this so we can finish my video of pros and cons. Okay, so we got my cable here, OEM charger, and I really like how LG labeled this. Fast charger, 25 watt. Plug that in, and we'll plug in the dual screen. This is one of my cons. this requires a travel adapter. I don't know why they couldn't just make it pass through. So if you lose this little thing, you're out $8. That's how much they are online. So you clip this on, and then this is a little magnet, and it's bi-directional. So wow, that was quick, 2%. So mark the time, 20:01. Oh, it's hard to read in that much. There we go. 8 o'clock on the dot. And I really hope Apple does this with the next revision. There we go, starting to charge. And right now we're filming on the OnePlus 6T. You can see it strobing between white light and yellow light whenever the phone gets close. That's kind of comical. So we're just gonna leave this off for a good, we'll come back in 15 minutes. All right, it's been over 15 minutes, 17 to be exact, and we're at 31%. So let's power this up and finish the video. I also found a nice white light that's really bright. Hopefully this compensates for the white balance error that we get. So it does say it's fast charging at hour 17. I've never had that estimate to be correct. All right, so con number 1. This travel adapter, it still bothers me, for it doesn't push sound and it appears to charge not as fast. I mean, this is a 25 watt charger. Ooh, that gets a little warm. Number 2, the lack of Face ID. I was shocked that this didn't have Face ID. Now it does have fingerprint, it does have Bluetooth, and it has pattern. So that's pretty cool. And you can do a regular password. So those are 4 different ways. Basically, this will connect with my smartwatch here, and whenever the two are close enough to have a Bluetooth signal, all I have to do is unlock it. So right now I have the pattern on. Look away for a second. Thanks. So there we go. Oh, and there we go. It automatically prompts me to use the dual screen. Nice. Comfort view disabled. Good enough. So there's the dual screen in all of its glory. I originally thought there was no Bluetooth security, but it turns out it was there. It was kind of buried, and if you don't know how to find it, let me know and we can do a video on that. So if I close this, it'll turn off. Now if I open it, see, my watch is right here, and it's not in airplane mode, so I don't know why the two aren't talking to each other. It was working fine, so for that reason I left it on. So let's try the fingerprint scanner. Ah, it worked that time. Reason number 4, during a conference call I wanted to move the phone app over to the dual screen. Nope, the phone app is not supported. So if you open up the phone app, and let's say you're gonna call AT&T or Acer Computers. Sure. So now we can click on the dual app here.
Thank you for calling.
Nope.
Your call may be monitored or
You cannot swap screens. So that's a huge bummer. I don't know why. But anyway, certain apps are blocked. Reason number 5, the dual screen was really too heavy to go running with. I mean, whew. Here's your normal phone case width, and here's the dual screen. Now I can go walking with it just fine, but to go running with it, yeah, that was not working out. A lot of people have asked me about this case. This was purchased through tmobile.com. It's the Go 2 case. I think it was around $30 or so. Okay, reason number 6, the dual screen a bit too cumbersome to snap a video. So here you have your phone. Well, you have to unlock it, and then you're trying to navigate it like this, and okay, and oh, there's a Facebook can open up, and then you're trying to take a video. Anyway, I thought it was a bit cumbersome, and then you can't fold it because that blocks it, unless you want to do a selfie. If you want to do selfies, then yeah, you can fold it, and then it's easier to take selfies. But yeah, that's kind of a bummer. Number 7, dual screen. The case does not protect the back of the second screen. So here's the dual screen case. This is flush. If you were to drop it, yeah, this is toast. That's still one of my concerns, having this out. If I was going to keep this, I would definitely look into maybe an OtterBox, or I don't know, some type of larger case to protect this outer LG dual screen. Number 9, I dislike not being able to listen to music with my USB-C headphones. this kind of ties with number one. When I plug in my headphones through this port, which is USB-C, this isn't for data. This is only for power. So huge bummer, huge bummer. And number 10, why the dual screen software is always running in the background. I showed that in the beginning of the video. So I haven't had this dual screen on all day or at all during this last charging cycle. And if I go into battery, scroll down to dual screen, you'll notice it was running in the background a lot, but not really. And it used a ton of battery, which is funny. It just changed it. Oh, you know what? Because it went down to 0. Anyway, it was over 1,000 milliamps that it used, even though the dual screen wasn't on. So it's constantly trying to check for the dual screen. Bad design, LG. And number 11, the fingerprint sensor. I love the in-screen fingerprint sensor. I have it on the OnePlus 6T, which I'm currently filming, and I used it on the other OnePlus 7s that I tested last year. The Samsung S20, that had it. Hold finger down a little bit. Okay. There we go. Yeah, that took a long time. Now, as far as the sound's pretty good. I guess this is number 12. When I'm on phone calls, I've had a couple bad experiences making some phone calls on this. And I don't know if that's T-Mobile reception in Utah or what. And it does have a speakerphone boost, which is really cool. So here, we'll do call log with Acer again. And no, they're not a sponsor. So right here, if I fold this, come on.
Thank you for calling. Acer, your call may be monitored or recorded. For all Acer Corporation departments,
boost mass speaker
or
volume.
Acer affiliates, please press 3.
And that's
For
as
Acer
loud as it
product
goes.
returns from our commercial partners, please press 2.
But as far as the handset, it's pretty good. It's all right. As far as phone call quality, the quality's good. It does do, the whole HD thing. Overall, I would say the Samsung S20 had better phone experience. That's just what I'm saying. Okay, so now to the pros. So number 1 on the Pro, after using this for 18 hours straight with the dual screen, this was back on day 6, today I'm on day 10, it's not as heavy as I thought. Again, yeah, it's too heavy to go running, but as far as everyday use, if you're used to the Samsung S20 Ultra, I think you might like this one. Gotta clean that screen. That's just... the travel adapter, you have to be careful. It easily comes disconnected. So we're filming, we'll just stop that. Number 2, this 25-watt charger that was included, that's a huge pro. A lot of phones now are like, oh yeah, we have fast charging. Oh, but you're gonna have to buy the charger separately. No. LG included it. Thank you, LG. Nice touch. Not all carriers do that. Number 3, after using this dual screen in this OEM case that it comes with, as far as I know, this is the only case you can get, unless there's another case that protects this case, which would be kind of weird. I like it. It doesn't feel as large. Still not my favorite. Oh, and look, it suddenly decided to talk to my watch. Weird. Number 4, the battery life. Even with 2 screens, it's still better battery life than the S20. On the S20, I was getting 6.5 hours or so. On this one, I'm getting 7.5 to 8. It's almost an extra hour. Now, yes, it does have a 5,000 milliamp battery, but it has 2 screens. And at 1 hour, the battery reached 75%. Well, I was surprised. And same, we have 33 minutes left, so we'll have to see about that. I'll tack that on later in the video. So, back to our list. Battery life, even with 2 screens, still better than the Samsung S20. I'm getting almost an extra 2 hours over the S20. About the same over the OnePlus 7T Pro McLaren and the OnePlus 7T that both came out last year. And those had pretty good sized batteries. And again, I'm referring to the Samsung S20, the normal version, just the entry-level phone. The other ones were just, I don't know. I just wanted to try that one. All right, number 5. This does not have a 90 hertz display, nor does it have a 120. It has the normal 60 hertz OLED, which I like. There's a nice parity between the two screens, of course, and that's why they went with 60 hertz and to keep the cost down. And if you notice, that screen really is thin. Even here you have a pencil, you know, kind of relate it. It's really thin. So yeah, ThinQ. Okay, number 6. The functionality of the dual screen software is more intuitive after 1 week. Again, this is day 10 for me using this device, and about, I would say 70% of the time, I don't have it in the dual screen case. I'm just not used to it. But when I do have it in, it's great. It is really nice. And I found it a lot easier to use after I just stuck with it for 1 full day. Number 7, widescreen is really, really wide. Here, I'll set up a YouTube video. Okay, so let's say you're about to watch one of your favorite YouTubers. Let's say it's Cartoon Fortress. And he has this really cool video that he did where he's going over his sketchbook. So here we have the sketchbook that starts playing. He has that cool intro music. I don't want to copyright, so we'll turn that down. So now you're thinking, well man, I wish I could watch this full screen. So you type right here and swap screens, or we can go full, or I have to remember how to do this. Put on main screen, swap screens. Where's the wide? It was there, I promise. Okay, so I think what we have to do is we have to go back to settings and search for wide. Preparing search. Really? Preparing, okay. Wide view, there we go. So it says YouTube Music, YouTube, Photos, widescreen. The selected app is expanded on both screens by turning on wide view button provided in dual screen tool. Well, I didn't see that tool. There's swap screens. Oh, there it is, wide view. And there you have it, there's the wide view. So that was kind of wonky. Here, I'll show you again. So if I do normal view, if I push this over and do swap screens, now it's on this one, I don't have the widescreen. It has to be on the main screen. That's a bug. I'll have to report that. That's lame. So I'll swap screens, and now there's that wide view button right there. Blip. So now you're viewing it in wide mode. So yeah, there is a gap. Yeah, I didn't think that was gonna work. But still, pretty cool. You can watch your video in wide screen. And if you want to exit that, boom. And then right here, turn off dual screen or normal view. So there's your widescreen, and that works in a variety of apps, as we saw under settings. So we'll kill that, go back to settings, go to wide view. So we have Chrome, Gmail, Maps, Photos, YouTube Music. Huh, well that's kind of cool. So let's try Google Chrome, shall we? And now we'll go to wide view. Boom, there you go. Here, I'll take out the zoom. So that is the wide view of Google Chrome. Now let's see if it remembers our setting. No, it goes back to normal view. Boom, back to wide view. And then when you're typing, you have the full keyboard, which actually is, you know, pretty cool. Oh yeah, let's search up T-Mobile. Now, another cool thing, this takes us on to number 8, dual screen. Touch sensitivity appears to be spot on. So whenever I'm clicking on this touch screen, there doesn't seem to be any delay on the touch. So, and then when you're scrolling, it's very synergistic between both screens. Good job, LG. Alright, number 9, dual screen. After the LG falls asleep, you can double tap on the second screen and only get the second screen to save battery life. Let's see, so we'll pause this. Actually, I know, I'll just do a time lapse on this. Let's just make sure it's on 30 seconds, shall we? Still waiting. Why is my watch so dim? Okay, so now it's asleep. If I double tap on this screen, come on. Don't make me look bad. Come on, LG. Well, I had it working before the video, so I don't know what to tell you. Now you can do this where you put main screen to sleep and then just this one stays on and you're just browsing like this, like so on, which I think is pretty cool. All right, number 10, ASMR recording has been amazing, and it's great to just leave my lavalier mic at home. So let me show you an example of that. So I'm gonna open up the camera, I'm gonna go to video, and then we're gonna go to right here on this microphone button, and I'll zoom in so you can see. So right here we have the basic mode, and then we also have ASMR recording, and you have voice bokeh. So really cool, and this is the one I've been using the most, and it works both in portrait mode and the rear facing camera, so both cameras. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Love that feature. The quality is really, really good. I've had a lot of compliments on it. All right, and number 11. The front camera has really amazed me. I mean, it's shocked both me and a teenager in the house. Like, yeah, let me use that. And it's not just this sticker mode. So when you're going that front camera and you go into photo mode, you have all these features. For example, this one right here, where you can do double screen, so someone around the corner can see it. I showed that in another video. And then in portrait mode, you have the blur effect, color focus. Hopefully you can see all those. Let's zoom in here a little more. There we go. So you have portrait, you have stickers, you have zoom, you have natural light, softbox light, which is pretty cool, contour, stage light mono, and backdrop. So pretty awesome. And then there's sticker mode as well, which is kind of fun, you know. I can make myself look like a bunny. Okay, and here we are. So we're at 99% and 1 minute left. You can see where it was turned off there for just a little bit. 1 minute and 19 seconds left. We'll see about that. Almost 2 hours ago. That's a long time. So another example of the fun dual screens. If we exit out of here and go back in. So watch this. Oh, well, that wasn't supposed to happen. Okay, well, that's a bummer. And it's at 100. Yay! So it took just under 2 hours.
So 1 hour and 56 minutes. 0 to 100%.
Fast charge. So, there you have it. So now, if we unplug this, let the screen time out. Battery fully charged. And now we can swipe to unlock. Show you the fancy dual screen one last time. Estimated time remaining, 14 hours and 27 minutes. And there we have it. That's it. Thanks for tuning in to the sneak peek battery charging detail after the video. I said this in another video, but I'll say it again. This screen should have a touch You know, if you're playing music or something, you should be able to control it. For example, the artist behind my music that you hear in the background, where's my Spotify app? There we go. And you want to do a search for Lift. Here, let me zoom out. You want to do a search for Lift Operator. Here's a good song right here. Intro My World. So now if you close it, it shows that Spotify is open, but you can't do anything. You can control the volume, and that's about it. So it'd be really cool if you could at least do like a tap and pause the music or something, but unfortunately you have to open up the screen to do that. Kind of a bummer, LG. Hopefully you'll fix that on the V70. That's it. Goodbye.